Earl covering Southwest Florida and specifically Lee County tonight. The crowd is picking up a little more at Alico Arena. Now an hour from the FGCU women's basketball game in the conference semifinals.
Yeah, at 5 it was a lot quieter, but as Fox 4 evening anchor Chris Earl took us through the Eagles, who really are in the midst of another 30-win season, and they are hoping to add one more to the win column after they play Austin Peay tonight.
And as Chris joins us, still another hour for people who might be on the fence to get there and watch one of the top college teams in all of the Southeast. Good evening, Chris.
See, I'm practicing too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, good evening. You know, it's definitely time for basketball once the pep band here at FGCU starts up their version of Thriller behind me. But South Carolina is the top-ranked team in the country, but FGCU is ranked 24th in the country in one of the women's polls, and really that means they're ranked ahead of just about every team between here and Columbia, South Carolina. The Eagles are hosting Austin Peay in the ASUN semis just 1 hour from now here at Alico Arena. If they win tonight, FGCU will host the conference title game right back here on Saturday to try to get that automatic bid of the NCAA tournament. And back at 5, we talked about why this roster is made up of young women who almost all of them started their college careers elsewhere, and they found their way to Fort Myers. Longtime head coach Carl Semesco is one of the top coaches in the nation, winning more than 83% of his games across 21 years. But every student athlete who plays for the Eagles has made her own journey, her own experience for why she wears the blue and green.
They recruited me out of Western Nebraska for a minute. First off, we're in Florida, so I love the weather here. But also, it's just like their play style fits me very well. It's just fast and ongoing pace. So it's just mostly because everything was just, all the boxes were checked, basically. So.
And change really is often the only constant, so now it's a real challenge for FGCU. Zemesco talked about this last night on Sunday after the win, because they have to keep finding great players year after year. They lost Kirsten Bell in the WNBA draft a year ago, and she had 23 points per game. But college sports themselves are also changing, with players who can get paid for name, image, and likeness, because that can also kind of tilt the college experience out of balance for especially smaller athletic programs like FGCU. So they'll have to work through that. And coming up at 6:30, also talk about a different angle that you also see with the fan base here at FGCU. When you look around during the game, most of the fans are 55 and older. They could not have gone to school here in their 20s because FGCU was not a school back then. But they talk about how they've also developed a love of this program as they've grown as Southwest Floridians. That's coming up at 6:30. Live at Alico Arena. Chris Earl, Fox 4 News.
Chris, thank you.